Neural machine translation, in short, NMT, is a quite wide popular term. And this particular term is used to signify a kind of approach that is used for the machine translation, specifically using artificial neural networks to have a kind of likelihood of a sequence of words. And this definition comes from the Wikipedia. As you can see here, the latest version, Wikivent, says this. So the kind of thing that when you are going for the neural machine translation, because machine translation is quite widely popular, and neural machine translation is a kind of subtype of it. But when coming on to the specific properties, history, etc., there are a lot more information available on the GitHub page, and you can go for that. But the point is that when you are going to explore this particular topic of the domain, there are a number of questions which are related to it, like the kind of examples of neural machine translation, the types of neural machine translation, the kind of components which it is composed of. So sort of things are there. But first question first, that what is neural machine translation? So as I told you that it is likelihood, means it's a kind of approach to have a kind of likelihood that what is a possibility of having a sequence of words. So these are the sort of things that are you are going to encounter. Additionally, when you are going specifically for the specific examples of neural machine translation, then you may have different sorts of translation facilities online. So most of the translation facilities are going to use the neural machine translation function. Coming on to the different types, so there are different sorts of machine translation, including the rule-based statistical sort of things and the sort of different combinations of multiple schemes. Means the point is that when you are going for a specific type of translation, there are predefined rule-based techniques which might be used. Other than this, some statistics-based techniques are there, or you may go for some sort of hybrid sort of techniques. Additionally, when you go for NMT, then people do also talk about SMT. And NMT and SMT, many times they are sort of interrelated, but many times there is a difference. For example, in SMT, you try to find the sort of patterns or the kind of rules. And when you are going for the NMT, then here you are going to have the sort of data-driven modeling, means the sequence of words. So the sort of things looks the same, but there is a bit difference. And that difference comes from the fact that NMT and SMT do belong to the sort of same domain. But like the statistical machine translation, the SMT holds, and the neural machine translation, NMT holds, both are the sort of machine translation methods. But as I told you that they differ, so the modeling relationship between the source and the target language. So that's the sort of difference. So in this way, you can understand that NMT and SMT are going to be a bit different, but not like this, that they are totally different, that they are not at all related. It's not like this. Okay. Then point is that when we are talking about so many different sort of things, then one thing comes to mind that whenever you are in the kind of quite popular domain like NMT, then there are a number of components which are going behind the scenes. So the encoder decoder framework is a sort of thing that is having the main role in this particular neural machine translation. And the sort of embedding layers, the encoder decoder networks, and the classification layers are the sort of things which are going to play a key role. So these are the sort of some components. So that's all for the basic information. Now, if we move on to the specific key details, then here you can see that this is the Wikivent page, means the Wikipedia page, and here you can find a lot more information, including the properties, the history, then the workings, remarks, etc. Some of the related references are also available. So if you are interested, you can go through them. We directly jump onto some of the related GitHub repositories because we have started this particular trend that directly let the viewer take to the page where they can have some sort of hands-on of the related libraries. So here you can see that TensorFlow based NMT library is available over here. You can go and have a look onto this, and there you will find a lot of related information. This particular neural machine translation sequence to sequence tutorial is available, and this version of the tutorial requires the TensorFlow nightly. So all the prerequisites and the sort of related things are available over here. And then there is a very systematic introduction, like they have given a basic overview of the thing, then the basics including the machine translation, and the neural machine translation, how to install the tutorials, then embedding encoder decoder, laws, gradient computation, etc. Then some of the related hands-on, the kind of intermediate level things, and then some of the key tips and techniques, and then how to evaluate sort of systems. So the benchmarking systems is there, and then some of the related references are given over here. So I think quite related information is available. I just going to give some basic highlights. So sequence to sequence models, which is given in these particular works. So they have enjoyed the great success. They are saying that these are quite widely popular for the machine translation, speech recognition, text summarization, etc. And that's why the different sorts of goals that you want to achieve can be achieved with the help of a recent encoder attenuation wrappers. APIs, different sorts of APIs are available. And the Google's NMT system is also available. So you can go and have a sort of understanding and the sort of replication of that particular thing also. So in this thing means different sorts of systems come to a specific situation. So when you are going for a specific kind of modeling, then the kind of data sets come into picture, and then you may have the small size or the large size data sets or sort of things. So these are some of the basic details. And then coming on to the technical background, then you may have the encoder, decoder, their related architecture, how they are specifically going to use the number of layers, etc. So all these things are going to be given over here. Next, jump on to the another library. So that particular library comes from the OpenNMT, and OpenNMT Py version is given over here. So this Python library is quite widely popular and is used for language modeling and implementation. So here you have the open source neural machine translation and the language models. So you can go for this, and this particular PyTorch version is available as a kind of open source OpenNMT project. And then you can go, and this particular thing is specifically designed to have kind of ideas in the translation and the modeling or the sort of analytic related task and so on. So you can go, and then you can have the kind of things like the tutorials for the step-by-step introduction, then some of the related quick start steps, and all the related steps are also given over here with the related papers. So hope it must have been useful to you in some way. Additionally, coming on to the specific role of this particular domain in real life. So there are a number of papers available. So if you are interested, you can just go and have a look onto the related papers of MMT, because there are a number of papers available in the academic repositories. If you are interested, you can go and have a check, because whenever we are looking for the specific kind of domain, then it's a specific use cases and the related sort of practical details which have been used for research are actively shown by the number of papers which are available in the existing literature. So there is one book means there are a number of books in different venues, but there are specifically one work that I want to highlight. So that particular 2018 EMNLP work is there, and the related GitHub version is also available, so you can go and have a check. The work titled "The Phrase-Based and Neural Unsupervised Machine Translation." There they discussed the specific machine translation-based process, and they discussed the kind of performance, human level performance on the specific languages. So with the help of the WMT14 English, French, and the German English benchmarks, they have shown the kind of. So if you are interested, you can go and have a look onto a specific work. Additionally, there are, as I told you, that OpenNMT is available. So you can go and have a look on the OpenNMT, which is available in WS 2018. The Neural Machine Translation Toolkit is discussed over there, and the GitHub related version is already available, as I told you. So these are some of the related examples. Additionally, there are a lot more other examples are available in terms of academic research works. Coming on to the specific libraries, so there are a number of other libraries in addition to the libraries I've shown you, and you can go for the related data sets, including NIST, etc. So that's all from my side for this particular video. If you didn't like anything, please do comment below and let us know. If you liked the video, please do comment below also and suggest the future sort of things that we can do with this particular domain or with two other domains, and means the kind of interlinking related videos. So hope you must have liked. Thanks for watching.